That is our theme song. That's Cooker off the Cooker album. George Benson playing the guitar, Lonnie Smith on organ. I think a bunch of guys. I have to name them, but to give them credit. Hello, welcome once again to What's Cooking in Columbia City. We have a great show, great guest. I happened to walk into the establishment the other day to order some stuff, and boom, got to meet him, John. And I asked him to pronounce his name, Jon Obrycki. I hope I'm pronouncing it. So come on in, John. We only have a 30-minute, 20-something minute show, so please come on in and. Oh, hey, there you are, John. You look exactly like the guy I met the other day.
Yeah,
Except
that was me.
but you're wearing the hat. John, thank you very much for taking the time late at 9:30. This is our prime time, but we'll be moving our hours. But believe me, this will not be the first time you come on because we're featuring, I think I told you, nothing but businesses in Columbia City, local businesses. Pagliacci Pizza is a local chain, Seattle-based. Been around since 1979. Actually, February is when you guys celebrated your 44th anniversary. I think it's based on my math. February 19th. It says 1979. I have to do a little bit of research. So I sound like
it's like you're right. You did it.
Because, wow, it's simple for me. Get a slice of pepperoni, please. That kind of thing. But hey, John, what do we want to start off with? A little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up? Where are you from? Where you went to school, etc. Whatever you want to share. You don't have to do it in great detail. I checked the most wanted list, and you're not on it. So go ahead, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm actually Seattle born and raised. I think that's getting more and more rare.
Right.
Grew up in North Seattle, kind of Lake City area. You can hear my dog out there.
Oh yeah, Lake City. Okay.
So grew up North Seattle. My whole life just kind of kept moving further and further south. But yeah, went to shoreline schools. Funny enough, because living in Lake City, they were going to send me all the way to South Seattle. So my parents were like, shoreline's right there. We'll send them over to Shorewood and Einstein and all that. Okay. But yeah, just kind of grew up in the neighborhood, grew up skateboarding all of Seattle, so I know all the neighborhoods pretty well. Got around, but yeah, been with Pagliacci. What's that?
Is that a skateboard behind you, if I could ask, or something? It looks like interesting.
Yeah, let's try and get out of the way. Yeah, that's a skateboard. I also do wood burning, which is a board I made right back there.
Very nice.
Yeah, so kind of the spare time is doing artwork. Got 2 dogs and a wife, so wife's busy and happy. But
very good.
Fine, I'm usually up pretty late making art. So
how long have you been with Pagliacci Pizza?
Crazy enough, going on about 15 years this next October. Yeah.
Good.
And, it's not an uncommon tenure to have. I think my boss is 20 years. I got a shift leader with me about 15 years. I think the tenure in my manager group is probably close to 100 years collectively.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. There must be something other than loving pizza and making pizza that keeps you there. But and that says something. Longevity and employees that stay around. Again, the feature of what we're trying to do is, of course, you guys have established yourself in Columbia City, right there in the heart of Columbia City, right there on the corner. Our building is where we are is just across the street, a little bit up the block, going a little bit south to Columbia City Theater, which you can see from your establishment, and that's where we broadcast out of. I'm in my home studio. So you've been, and then have you always, well, let me ask you this. How long have you been managing then?
So Columbia City, maybe a little over 4 years. Before the pandemic started,
right.
I came down to Columbia City, but I live in the South End, so definitely a location I wanted to be involved with. I mean, the South End just has the best food in general, and a community I want to be involved in.
Oh, that's cool. Great. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was up at the Fremont location for 4 or 5 years, right above Gasworks, and
Okay.
there was an opportunity at Columbia City. I hopped on it.
Very nice. Well, we're glad to have you because, like I said, you guys are a mainstay. Pagliacci hasn't even been here that long, and you're a mainstay. And
Yeah, I think Pagliacci got down Columbia City about 5 years ago, maybe a little over that.
And you stayed, and that's great. And again, one of the features that we're trying to press home is that these businesses have stayed with us during the pandemic. Most of the businesses are still there in Columbia City, which is really a testament to the owners and the people, that run the businesses and the people that work there. And it's beautiful. So getting into Pagliacci Pizza, a local establishment, 1979, got about 20 plus locations now. Columbia City, yeah, about 25, I think it says.
Oh yeah, because I'm not counting the UW locations.
Yeah, right.
25, and I think we're opening up 26 this coming December.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. I mean, the other thing that I like about it is that again, you're right on the corner, right easily to access, as they say. But there's a number of things. I may want to, right next door you got you get your hair cut, you can go down the street, buy some flowers, go across the street, get a drink, and all. I mean, it's a whole. I think the variety of things that you can go to and do your shopping, you can do it all in one place. I always trumpet a company called Andaluz, which is kind of one of those eclectic shops. They have trinkets, they have knickknacks, they got incense, they got all. I mean, really, and she's a friend of mine, Carla, she's right across the street, right next to Taproot. Taproot, I mean, like I said, I'm not plugging these guys. I'm just mentioning.
I'm super fortunate. I feel I'm on like one of the best corners. We got Off Alley, we got Lottie's, Island Soul, Rookies, right. Geraldine's.
Right.
I mean, it's a community. Everyone helps each other out.
Right.
Coming up summertime, I'm sure we're gonna have more beat walk events.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just a fun community to be involved in.
Well, that's great, and we're so glad to have you. There really wasn't any other, other than Tutabella and Medusa, I think, served pizza. There was really only one other pizza establishment, Tutabella. There was no one else.
And they're good too. They're super friendly. I mean, that's the cool thing about in Columbia City. Everyone kind of looks out for each other, and it's a supportive neighborhood.
But there's pizza, then there's pizza. I'm from Chicago. We supposedly like that deep dish stuff. My son lives in New York. He loves that cardboard thin crust.
Yeah.
I guess the version that at Tutabella is different from Pagliacci. I love you guys' crust, the thick crust and the thick edge and everything. Theirs is much thinner. And Neapolitan, I think, is one of the best ways. Some of the Neapolitan, but also Sicilian and some. I forgot. I learned the history. I knew about that, but I'm going to try to get them on too. There's so many good establishments. Like I said, you got Off Alley, but you also got Bike Works right around, right down the street from you.
We team up with them quite a bit. They do a lot of awesome things, and we like to support them.
Yeah, and then down the street, like I said, you've got you got the Freeway Hall if you're into reading about different things and organizations, and then of course if you want music, you got the Royal Room. And like I said, we're just so glad to have you. I mean, literally, and like I said, was so pleasant meeting you. And I go in there, and every time I go in there, the staff is real friendly. Hey, can I help you? And I says, man, I look at the pizza, and then I say, oh my gosh, if I could get away. No, I said, if I can get away with it, I could eat 3 pizzas, but actually two is more than enough. Believe it or not, as large as my body is, your pizza is so substantial. And what's so funny is my son, when he was working on a TV show for King TV, and it was called Watch This, which is all young people, middle school age, etc. And guess who their number one purveyor was? Pagliacci Pizza.
Yeah. I mean, our donation department, it is amazing how
Yeah,
much we donate and try and support the
community.
community. Like
Mhm.
Rainier Beach High School, I know we just did a really big order for them, and I mean, we love supporting them. So it's cool. I get the opportunity to be involved in that.
Well, guess what? Yeah, and well, guess what? Now that you're on camera, now that you're on a show, you're not going to be a stranger because, like I said, we and then hopefully during the summer that we'll have the parade and everything. All of that.
Yeah.
We're back. The pandemic really, and I want to ask you, the pandemic really put a damper on a lot of the things that we could have been doing, huh?
But I think a lot of really cool things came out of it. Fortunately, like Matt and Michelle, the owners of my company, what they wanted to do, because we were thriving with delivery, like business was
Mhm.
great. How can we support other awesome businesses while
Uh-huh.
appreciating our customer? We did community giveaways.
Mm.
So it was like anytime you bought a pie on a random Tuesday, you were getting cupcakes from here, cinnamon
Ah,
rolls from here. We did hot sauce. We did
oh.
everything you can imagine. It was pretty cool to just kind of hook up customers while, helping a neighboring business.
Hmm.
So, the pandemic was weird for sure.
Yes.
Um, and it was a lot of changing constantly, but a
Hmm.
lot of us learned how to adapt. I know you talked with Evan and Magna from Off Alley, and
Yeah. Right.
they opened up right at the start, and they're awesome. Like I couldn't ask for better neighbors.
Well, and I pull this box up. This is coming comes off the box, and there's something that I really was impressed about Pagliacci Pizza. The social it says so in the Wikipedia and all the other stuff I was reading. Social presence. You guys have a feeling of responsibility to the environment, but directly and indirectly to the community. You use materials that are recyclable. From It's called Forest Stewardship Council certified local, you know, recyclable stuff. You guys have green power.
I think
All
we're
the
one of the biggest, maybe third biggest buyer of green energy in Seattle.
Yeah.
And I should know this, but
Well, you are eco-friendly. Like I said, both City Light and Puget Sound Energy since 2011. So going on a few years, you guys have been responsible um, businesses for our environment, which in fact, when people think about it, it impacts and affects our communities, which is in a positive way. You know, it's just so good. Like I said, I guess the key to this is that you're a responsible business in the community, and we should support you because it in turn supports us. Because, like I said, you're doing what you can. Like I said, using recyclable materials, saving energy, doing green, like I say, more eco-friendly stuff, green power, and all these kinds of things. So that's great. Um, so when you talk in terms of, I mean, when you say pizza, there's pizza, then there's pizza. I see you guys working back there. You work the dough, correct? Uh,
correct. I like everyone being cross trained.
that's,
Dough's usually one of the final things of training, so I can knock out the stuff they're not as interested in learning.
hmm.
But I mean, we have cooks that have tricks. I love doing shoulder roll with dough. We do behind the back. We got some talented dough
well,
tossers.
well, the thing about pizza is, yeah, toppings are great, but it's the crust to me.
Yeah,
It's the crust. It's got to be. I mean, it's always the crust to me. And I like them all. I like them thick. I like them thin. I like them crispy. I like them soft. I like them flavored. I like them not flavored. I don't care. I mean, it's all the same to me. And I see people come in, or I see people eating pizza, and they leave that little roll of crust, and I said, "No, that's the best. That's the best part, ladies and gentlemen." I'm
you
just
know
saying.
our Our ingredients for the dough super simple, but I think I've seen it change in the last 15 years. Our guys at our commissary have really perfected that.
Yeah,
They do a great job.
actually, I haven't eaten dinner, and it's 9:45. I'm thinking,
So you
anyway.
might be able to run over.
Yeah, no. Are you guys going to be expanding your hours during the summer? Yes or no? Because I know around 11ish is about most of the businesses around here stay open.
Yeah,
11 or so.
Friday and Saturday definitely open till 11. As far as the other days, I'm not certain.
Okay. Yeah.
We used to be open till 11 every night, and I mean we've seen benefits from being closed at 10
Uh-huh.
without too much impact on the customers. So,
Hmm.
if we can turn off that gas a little earlier.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
great. I mean, like I said, I've looked at the menu, and you got looking at the kinds of pizza that you serve. I mean, you really expanded that menu. I mean, I looked at, oh my gosh,
We have like a pizza testing team at our headquarters up on Capitol Hill, and
okay.
I had to try some pies. It was like 2 weeks ago, and we got some good stuff coming that we've not done before. So definitely keep an eye out.
Well, no, I love that. You know, oh, Pagliacci pizzas. The box and the menu were used as props in the movie 50/50. The movie was mostly filmed in areas outside Seattle, but also set in Seattle. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Killing Spree. I was reading a little bit about it. Yeah, I have to do my research. I got to know a little bit about it. Yeah, and like I said, family runs. I started family. All always, again, local flavor. It's one of the things that, like I said, means a lot to the community. And you guys have been supportive of the community. My my producer says, "I'll take some pizza over here." He's at the theater. He's producing this, and I'm next door. He said, "Yeah, okay."
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
I've been super fortunate. Like I was not aware of a ton of really cool organizations in Seattle
Mhm.
that I'm now actually involved with, whether it's community passageways,
No,
Friends of
right.
Children.
Hmm.
I think they're called OSL now, but Operation Sack Lunch.
Hmm. Okay.
Redistributing food out to people that need it, and all
Right.
these mentorship programs. Like being involved with that, I mean,
Hmm.
I feel super fortunate.
Well, that's one of the things. Also, the pandemic has shown us the disparities in health, but the food anxiety really came out because people couldn't get out to buy, and all there was shortage. It just exacerbated a lot of the bad things that's going on. But like I said, you guys' involvement in the community, and I think that's a feature of the fact that you're a local business. You see other companies and national corporations, yeah, they do what they can, but the touch is being local, and that means something because you hire local people too. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Pagliacci hires people from the community, and so I think that's important to me. And I'll always support a business. Like I go down Rainier right there, and I look in all these places, and I see the same people all the time, which means they stay. And it also means I see people who actually I know living in the community, working in the community.
I mean, I got some of the best regulars. I mean, it's the
Yeah,
industry people in the neighborhood, it's the teachers, the students.
yeah, right.
I mean, everyone comes up, and it's crazy to me. It's a small world. Like my mail lady out here, I'm not in Columbia City, but she used to work for Pagliacci 15 years ago. I've gone as far as Bend, Oregon, and had people recite the phone number.
Oh my
But like,
God.
you still miss that salad, and like that's
Oh my God. That is hilarious. That
yeah.
is great. What's on the horizon for? Well, you said they're opening up store number 26. I think you said. I think because I saw 25 stores.
Yep, I think that's including UW campus, which
Okay.
is part of Pagliacci.
Okay.
I've become like their seasonal beer person who helps get different local breweries into the company.
All right. I saw
They
that.
serve beer at 22 of them, so that's where my mind's at.
Oh, very good. Right.
Um, But yeah, we got one coming. It's another one on the east side. I've definitely been pushing on the south end a little more because in Columbia City, we're the furthest south location. We have a lot of people from Renton.
I was going to say Renton. Yeah, Renton.
I have a lot of people that come all the way up from Tacoma to get pizza from us. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you got Renton, Kent. I don't think you have a place in Kent or Auburn, do you? No. Yeah. That would be great.
Yeah, I mean, there's opportunity. We got people coming up from there to get our pies. So,
well, right around the corner in Renton, right off of the Virginia Mason Complex Center, is the Seahawks training center.
I've driven past that bunch.
Let me tell you, football players eat excuse my language, they eat a hell of a lot of pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to say DK Fluker used to come into Columbia City, and super awesome person, very friendly, and I wish he would have bought more, but I think he's in another city now.
That's too bad. Well, hey, great. So, let me ask you this: I saw your corporate office and marketing, etc., like that. I would like to ask if somebody says, "Hey, I would love to work a deal with work it out." We could get a number of pieces for an organization that we're doing a fundraiser. I know I've seen some, like I said, your marketing phone number and everything. That's how I got in touch with you, and that's how I found out about the chain of command. And you guys responded really, really great. Because, like I said, this is our 16th. We've only been doing this couple of months, and we already had 16. I don't know what 16 or 17 shows. I don't know. Daniel will tell me, and it's been a lot of fun because I get to meet people like you, people in the community, people who have an interest in the community, and I really appreciate your time. So what's on the horizon for Pagliacci Pizza? What's on the horizon for you, John? Do they franchise these things out? Do you know if they No, I guess they don't. They keep it in company.
Yeah, we don't franchise, but I mean, the culture we have going is something that, I think we just need to keep pushing forward on. For me, I hope to keep, getting lead on projects I'm interested in, whether that's setting up the seasonal beer program or.
Oh, that's good.
I've done some training with the associate manager group, also the GM readiness program, trying to get the next GMs ready to go.
Wow.
As far as donations, that is absolutely something we're big on and supporting. I think if you go on our website, I want to say it's the contact tab.
Okay.
Super easy to request donations for fundraisers, and we'll respond quick, and we're all about support. So.
Oh yeah, no, we see you all the time. I mean, it's like I said, if you go to your website, it's huge. You got. I looked down there and said, you have almost 300 photos, man. And I'm saying, oh my gosh, I don't have time to go through all of these things. So I was able to get a couple of these things. A couple of these. I always do this. I always like when I bring a guest on, I like to kind of like to, as I say, enhance it by doing the background. See, there you go. I didn't put your whole delivery number, but you have that delivery number. There's your logo.
So the Sasquatch was actually designed by the Ames brothers, who did a ton of graphic design work for Pearl Jam.
Yeah, right.
Other really rad local Seattle artists. So
yeah, but that's cool. I mean,
cool thing, yeah.
100% Seattle, man. It's just so cool. And like I said, this pizza, you don't even have to say Pagliacci. You look at that, just like McDonald's. All you see the yellow arches. You know what that is. Exactly. Well, John, this is great. I mean, like I said, this is. We're gonna make you. You're gonna be on more than once. I mean, like I said, we really want to support. Oh yeah, we want to support the businesses, but we also like to hear what's new. You guys got any new pizza variations coming up that you're working on?
Man, I tried one. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk, but there was a new spicy pepperoni.
I was going to ask
with a hot honey and oh man, it was good. One of the recent ones we did for the first time, the Marlowe, with the Copa, arugula, burrata. That's like one of my new favorites. I mean, we still have our best pizzas coming, in the future. Like we haven't even made them yet.
Oh man, well that's what I was going to ask. I know that you guys do. Well, let me know anytime you want to have a tester, taste tester. Let me know. I'm open. Like I said, anytime. Anytime you want me to test the item, I can do it because, like I said, I'm basic too. Sometimes, hey, I always, I'll be honest. I gauge how well a pizza company does their pizza based on one thing, while the crust
Yeah,
with the pepperoni pizza.
I'm with you on that.
Pepperoni pizza. To me, that's the only way you can judge a good pizza. And you guys meet the test while you met it so many times. Hey, I- if I don't get the pepperoni pizza, I'll order something different. But I'm always looking for the pepperoni, and that sells out pretty fast because when I come in there, I usually only have one or two slices left.
It's crazy. Like, a whole pie goes in 30 seconds.
Yeah,
We'll try and have 5 in the oven at all times. And it's crazy how quick they go because you'll get a
yeah,
couple construction workers that will want 7 of them at a time. So,
yeah. I know. I'm like I said, when I come in there and it's like middle of the afternoon, you got two or three slices left on the big, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm glad I got there in time." But great, like I said, the pizza's great. The things that you do for the community are even greater, John. You're doing a great job. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for spending the time. This is a very short show. 27 minutes is, I say 30 minutes, but we have 27 minutes because we all do a things.
yeah.
And one of the things that just happened, Baal, Baol, the African store, etc. He's closing down. He also had a restaurant. He was also a victim of a shooting farther up the road, farther south. But anyways, he's closing. He's closing up, and I wanted to mention it. So if you all out there, go on by Baol. That's his store. Check him out. And other than that, John, I really appreciate you taking the time. You've been up early, got going to bed. I mean, appreciate you taking the
I'll
time.
be up for a while, probably making art and
All
hanging
right.
out.
Hey, Jon Obrycki, what is your title? Are you actually manager,
I'm the general manager of
general
Columbia
manager? Oh
City.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Well,
I
John,
wear a lot of hats. So,
yeah, well, hey, perfect. A great meeting you. Thank you very much for being on What's Cooking in Columbia City. Hey, Pagliacci Pizza, Jon Obrycki, right there in the heart of Columbia City. Come on down, folks, and get a slice. Take care, John. Thank you very much.
you too.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
evening.